Hey everybody, it's Walt, Dirtfoot Racing. We're back today working on the triple tree for the Monoshock mini bike. In order to build that triple tree, I have to make clamps on each one of the legs of it. And to do that and weld it all together, I need like some tubing, heavy tubing. Well, I don't have any. I used to have some here, but I don't right now. Don't have any heavy wall tubing. But what I do have is some cut off barrel stubs from another project. So and this is good quality steel. So what I'm doing was I turned down the threads on the outside of it, and I'm boring out the center, the hole. That's hot. I just got done with that one on the lathe here to put a 3/8 bolt through that hole, and then that'll be welded to the round part of the triple tree, and then after it's welded, then it's slotted, and that's how it all works, and it'll clamp down on the forks. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to show you guys me doing that here. And then we'll move on to welding these pieces onto the tubing. Oh God, I'm burping my butt off today. And welding the whole thing together. So let me get this thing arranged here, and we'll show you me drilling these holes out here. All right, let's drill some more holes. Let's take this back to that right there. Let's slide that right up to there. Let's lock this down. Let's turn this on. And we'll start drilling. needed to have 1.5 inches of drilled tube, so I had to go a little past 1.5 inches, and then you know, so that's, I got to do this 6 times total, and then we'll cut those things off to the 1.5 inch length. All right, now it's time to take our turned down, drilled out barrel stubs and cut them off to 1.5 inches in length, so we can put these things to use. All right, well, I got them all cut off. I didn't put you through that misery and that noise, but you're probably wondering, how did you get 6 out of 5? Well, one of these I had to cut back extra long and double it up when I cut it off, so that's why that's like that. So now let's deburr these things, and I'm going to start looking at doing some welding. So next thing will be probably welding the tubes to the cross pieces on the triple tree, and then this will be the last stop as far as welding goes. So let me see about getting that ready to do that part of the whole thing. Hey everybody, I'm in the welding room. I'm welding, starting to weld the piece of the tubing to this is the top part of the triple tree. Handlebars mount in these 2 holes, center thing for the shaft going to the bottom. Got me a little bit of burn through right there. That was a rookie mistake. I'll fill that in and fix it. But I'm letting this side cool off, and now I'm going to start on the bottom piece there and start doing the same thing and get that ready, and then we'll start welding these guys on to the sides like that, something like that. Not quite like that, but something like that. So. If he started moving the vise, that thing fell on me when it's hot, it would not be a good day. All right. I think I'm done. Let's take a look. I've got the tubes welded into the upper and lower pieces, top and bottom welds. Let's finish this one. That one's pretty warm. This one here, same way. Fix my little boo-boo a little bit. I gotta do some grinding, clean that up. So now what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be attaching these guys, if you can see this, these guys to the sides of here. So that's what's next. All right, guys, it's time to start the fun part. Welding these things on. So what you gotta do is I just gotta weld all around, all the sides, all around here, and fill it in pretty heavy. And then once again, it's gonna get slotted this way. So this is the first one on the top piece. And we'll get this one started, and then we'll knock it out. All right, I got one of them welded on. Oops, this thing. One of them welded on. This is the top one. Getting ready to start on that one. It's just a matter of going around and around and around until you think you've got enough the fillet's big enough to hold it when you're gonna use it as a clamp. But we're getting ready to do it up on that one there, and we'll yeah. All right, let's try this. Let's get this going here. Okay, glasses off. Get in hand. Wire. Pedal. Let's tack it. This thing's gonna get really hot as you keep welding and turning and welding and turning and adding more material to the I heard another YouTube channel, cars and cameras, certified gap welder. This is a real certified gap welder here. You got to seriously fill some gaps. But once you get it going, that big gap looks really nice as you fill it in. So just keep going around and around and around. Alright guys, I got the bottom part pieces tacked on. We got to do all the welding still, but you can see how that's going to go where you double clamp on the bottom, single on the top. So now it's time to start the gap welding, as they say, and making that all solid around there. And we'll get doing that, and I'll show you what happens when how it looks when I get finished with it. Because I don't think it'd be very much fun watching me weld the whole thing. So let me get out. All right, I'm done welding for tonight. Got everything welded that I need to weld on this triple tree. This thing is really hot. I don't mind telling you. I just finished welding. So still got to cut the slot. And then I'll get the proper hardware, and then we'll be able to mount this thing up on the bike itself. And then I've got to weld that center post, get it all squared away and straight, and weld that center post to that base. And yeah, that'll be the triple tree. So yeah, no, it just takes a lot of gap welding, as they call it, to fill in the spaces and, you know, make it look halfway pretty. Anyways, we will get back with you. Let me see. We'll pick up the rest of this part tomorrow. I'll cut the slot in it, and then we'll Actually, I'll put the slot in it and we'll mount the center post, and that'll make up part 2.
Not too bad, all things considered.
too bad. A little more fine tuning, but came out really well, I think. All right, guys, got the triple tree mounted on the frame with the forks installed. The hardware I'm using right now is not the final version. It's some all thread that I quickly put together, but you can kind of see how it's going to sit. Let's see, let's walk over this way. Here, looking down the triple. You can see what I'm talking about, where I use the existing rod up the center and the base, and this will get welded to that down here. Be permanent. So you can back up here and you can see how it sits. We got jack stand height. Jack stands all the way down. I think it is. Yeah, jack stand. Maybe one's. Let me see here. This jack stand. What is it? Oh, it's up one notch on the jack stand. So, but yeah, that's the basic idea, fellas. I just sat on it and it sits nice and high, which I kind of like because it's not sitting on the ground. There are advantages sometimes, depending on what you're doing, to be low, but a lot of times you're just low because there's no suspension. So, but yeah, triple tree. See all the welding I had to do to fill that in around there. Once again, this is not the final hardware I'm going to use. I'm probably going to use a grade 8 Allen type bolt with a self-locking nut. Air compressor in the shop starting up. Here we go. This is what we're looking at. So this will conclude part 2 of the trunnion. Excuse me, not trunnion. I'm talking about the triple tree build. I just have to weld this, and that's not very exciting. Next thing is on the docket is I've got to take a look at this monoshock in the back and make sure that our spring angle is correct, and we don't have an issue with the angle of the spring for the frame. Got to work on that. I'll get the rear spacers for the back wheel all figured out. Get this finished welded up here once we get that squared away, and then we're looking at taking the engine plate and maybe making a new one. So by the time this is all over with, there's not going to be much left that's original, to be honest with you. Got to do a brace in here, reinforce that, so it's coming along. So if you like this kind of stuff, like, share, subscribe, give me some comments, give me some ideas if you got comments about what I did and how I did it, and what you do and what you didn't, you wouldn't do. Let me know. It's all good. And like, share, subscribe. We'll talk to you later. Thanks, guys.